Good evening from Old Trafford, where Manchester United have done the job, got the point they needed to make sure of Champions League football next season. Got all 3 points, in fact, a 4-1 win against Chelsea. Pretty routine stuff, really, for United. Could have had more than 4 goals. Chelsea looked a rabble at times, and this was a confidence-boosting win ahead of the cup final, which is what United are counting down for now. Fulham at home to come on Sunday, last game of the Premier League season. Win that to guarantee a top 3 finish, to guarantee 3rd place, and then it will be the cup final. But this was very much job done, and a really convincing performance from United. Got the early goal that makes a big difference, just like they did last week, and the same goal scorer as well, Casemiro getting it, same creator with Christian Eriksen. Eriksen's free kick really cleverly headed in by Casemiro, who was immense again, really good tonight. Put in one really strong tackle inside the first minute, and it just kind of felt like that set the tone for the performance. He was serenaded by Old Trafford countless times tonight, and it's that Old Trafford about big game players and turning up for the big occasions, and Casemiro has done that this week. Did that in the Carabao Cup final, and sort of calls to mind that occasion. He said when watching United do 4-0 at Brentford, tell them I'll fix this, and he has done just that. Back in the Champions League, competition he's owned with Real Madrid, and there's no doubt he'll be thinking he could win it for the 6th time next season, and he set United on their way tonight. There was a spell after that in the first half where Chelsea were on top, had a lot of chances and just missed some really good chances. Havertz heading wide, Mudryk completely fluffed his lines with a good chance, and Chelsea actually looked dangerous for a while, but the life was sucked out of them really with a second for United in first half injury time. 6 added minutes for an injury, a nasty looking injury to Anthony. Casemiro, the creator, this time a brilliant chipped little flick pass over the defence. Sancho timed his run perfectly, squared it to Martial, who had a simple tap in. That was 2-0 at half time, and like I say, job done. United started the second half well, got the third eventually through Fernandes, won a penalty for beat Fofana, bit of skill, took the ball past him and then got collected and brought down, scored the penalty himself, and then Fofana passed it straight to Fernandes shortly after. He squared for Rashford. First shot was saved by Kepa, scored the rebound. 30 goals now this season for Rashford. First player since Robin van Persie 10 years ago to get 30 in a season for United. A phenomenal turnaround for Rashford, really, when you think of where he was last season and the struggles he had. And I think if it had been sold last summer, I don't think there'd have been too much disappointment among United fans, given what he'd produced for 18 months. But he's a real triumph of Ten Hag's first season, a triumph for coaching and the belief that he can instill in players. And it's been absolutely fantastic this season, and that 30-goal return is just rewards. He started the game on the bench, having missed the last 2 games, injury and then illness kept him out at the weekend. So he was back on the bench, came on early because of Anthony's injury, and got that goal, his 30th of the season. A real confidence booster before the cup final as well, because if United are to beat City and cause a shock at Wembley, then you feel like Rashford will be needed. That made it 4-0. How Felix got one back in the 88th minute for Chelsea. It was a soft goal really for United to concede, but I mean, it showed how crazy this game was and how end-to-end it was at times. So that was the 88th, 89th minute. United could have had 3 goals after that, and there's only 4 minutes added on. Missed 3 one-on-ones, 3 saves from Kepa in those final 4 or 5 minutes, and could have scored more. Garnacho came on, another lively cameo. So real confidence boosting night for United. Disappointing not to get that clean sheet for them, given the defensive record this season, but the 4 goals feel vital for a team that hasn't been scoring particularly freely of late. Ten Hag's just been in for his press conference, was very happy with the performance and the results, and getting top 4, of course. And he talked again about how hard the top 4 is in the Premier League, and feels like it's only going to get harder next season. Chelsea were a mess at times tonight. There was also some moments where they produced some good football. With Pochettino suddenly coming in, they'll be better next season. Liverpool will probably be better next season. You'd think Newcastle would kick on. Tottenham expect an improvement, so top 4 is going to be a challenge again next season for every team really. And Ten Hag did point that out, that in this country getting top 4 is, you know, he was asked about the Arsene Wenger quote of it being like a trophy, and did kind of agree with it in the Premier League, that has got to be the first target, and that's what United have achieved. Was asked about the injuries as well, and Anthony's in particular, and said it does look serious. So it has to wait 24 hours for a scan and see what the damage is. But Anthony went down. Trevor Chalobah challenged. Chalobah won the ball. It was a fair tackle. It looked fairly innocuous, to be honest, but obviously something has happened, because Anthony was pounding the floor as soon as it happened, and you could see on the TV replay he was in tears and stretchered off and looked in a bad way. It would be astonishing if he's fit for the FA Cup final after that. And like we say, Ten Hag did call it a serious injury, even if he couldn't give a full update on it. Shaw as well, I think it's a back problem. Went off at half-time for Tyrone Marshall, so he's going to be checked as well ahead of that Fulham game and then the cup final. So not ideal for United to lose 2 players through injury, but confidence boosting night aside from that 4-1 win against Chelsea. Back in the Champions League, 2 games of this mammoth season to go. Bring the curtain down at Old Trafford on Sunday, and then it is the one we're all counting down to now, that Manchester City, Manchester United FA Cup final, and it looks like United will be heading to Wembley in confident mood.